Okay, so I'm going to talk real fast about this promise that's given regarding the land of Israel. It's always a focal point. Individuals are always looking at the Middle East. They're always looking at events that are happening in Israel. I think recently there was discussion about Jerusalem being made the capital, or said to be the capital of Israel. The United States, I think, wants to put an embassy there, and individuals are again all bothered regarding the land of Israel and the Middle East, and its prophetic significance. It is God's land. I say to an individual, look at that, the Dome of the Rock that sits up there on the Temple Mount has been there for, I think, 1,300 years. There is no biblical precedent in which God is allowing a situation to sit like that regarding his land for 1,300 years, and he doesn't do anything about it. I say that's clear evidence that God does not care about the land. But a big part of the problem why individuals are always looking at the Middle East is because there is a prophecy that's given in the Bible that people feel is unfulfilled. And that prophecy is Genesis 15:18. It says, "In the same day the Lord made a covenant with Abraham, saying, Unto thy seed have I given this land from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates. The Canaanites and the Kenizzites and the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Perizzites and the Rephaim and the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Girgashites and the Jebusites." So this is the promise that is being given to Abraham regarding the landmass that is the land of Canaan. And as it says here, is between the rivers Euphrates and the river Nile, which is considered to be is a large landmass that Israel never controlled in its entirety. And individuals look at this as being an unfulfilled biblical prophecy that one day God is going to give his descendants, the Israelites, this exact landmass between the river Euphrates and the Nile. So quite large. The thing about it, though, and this is something I've brought up a lot of times, is that this prophecy, while many people consider it to be unfulfilled, is in reality a fulfilled prophecy. If a person turns forward to Joshua chapter 21 and goes here to verse 43, and it says, "And the Lord gave unto Israel all the land which he swore to give unto their fathers, and they possessed it and dwelt therein. And the Lord gave them rest round about, according to all that he swore unto their fathers, and there stood not a man of all their enemies before them. The Lord delivered all their enemies into their hand. There failed not out of any good thing which the Lord had spoken unto the house of Israel. All came to pass." You see, that's in Joshua 21. So the prophecy regarding the land of Canaan has been entirely fulfilled in the strongest possible language. I really love how he puts it here. There failed not aught of any good thing which the Lord had spoken unto the house of Israel. All came to pass. Not a bit of it was gone. And this is what I mean. When a person is confronted with the context of the biblical storyline, you begin to realize that the prophecies, as they're stated, if one takes it word for word, the prophecies seem as if they're so grand they could never have been fulfilled, and we're still awaiting the fulfillment. But when an individual views the prophecies according to the context of the storyline, they find things like this. Grand prophecies that are said to be unfulfilled, fulfilled thousands of years ago. The thing that always bothers me about situations like this is, what are you supposed to do when you come to realize that this is a fulfilled prophecy? Many people in the Messianic Israelite Torah roots standpoint, many people that come from that mindset believe that one day we're going to return to Israel in an event called the Greater Exodus, and that at this time, or at that time, the prophecy will be fulfilled. And the funny thing to me about this is that, again, if you look at the majority of the Greater Exodus passages, according to the context of the storyline, you'll find that they were actually fulfilled during the time of the return from the Babylonian exile. I actually keep in mind this passage from Nehemiah 9:8, discussing the same prophecy, where it says, "And foundest his heart faithful before thee, and made a covenant with him," it's referring to Abraham, "to give the land of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, and the Girgashites, to give it, I say, to his seed, and has performed thy words, for thou art righteous." Has performed thy words, that's past tense. He already had completed this task during the time that Nehemiah was coming out of Babylon. It was already considered a past event. And that's what the problem is. These prophecies are long fulfilled. What do you do now with all this talk about the Middle East and all this focal point on Jerusalem and all the nations that are surrounded and all these supposed events that haven't happened? If the end of your speculation involves you going back to the land of Israel in fulfillment of Genesis 15:18's prophecy, you're entirely misguided. The prophecy has stated as being fulfilled in the text. And that's kind of what I mean. It's all about the context of the storyline. That's what we're missing. We're looking at the prophecies very, very specifically, but not looking at them according to the context. And that's the reason, primarily, why Bible prophecy is considered to be unfulfilled. So there it is. I'll see you guys later.